Hi, I'm going to explain this reading response ice cream counter, this menu. When you are reading your independent book or your book of choice, after you read a few chapters, I'm going to ask you to write a reading response. And what does that mean? You're going to look at this menu and you're going to create your own ice cream sundae. In the upper left corner up here are the directions. Number 1, using the reading response ice cream counter's menu, select your flavor, which is your topic, and your toppings, which are down here. Toppings here, and your flavors are all of these questions on both sides. And you're going to build an ice cream sundae or a written reading response. On the doc that's assigned to you, you will write the flavor that you choose, where it says prompt. Right here, prompt. And then right under it, you will write your response here. Down below is just a checklist to make sure you have everything you need. Number 3, refer to the reading response rubric so you can ensure you include all the necessary criteria in your response. Before we look at that, I'm going to show you this menu. So these are just all different questions. I may say pick a classic flavor, or pick a popular flavor, or pick an original flavor, or pick an extreme flavor. Depending on which one I assign you, that's where you will look. So if I start with classic flavors, which is over here, there are 4 questions to choose from. So let's just use an example. What point of view is being used in your story? How do you know? How would the story change if it were told from a different point of view? So you would type that prompt into your doc and then get ready to answer it. How do you answer it? Well, you have to choose your own toppings. Make sure you include at least 2 of these vocabulary words. So, of course, here, since the question is talking about point of view, you're automatically going to use point of view. But you may use protagonist. Maybe it's in the protagonist point of view. Maybe it helps lead to the plot, or it helps you understand the tone, direct characterization, anything that would fit into your response. You have to use at least 2 of those words. Okay? All of these questions are different. Let's go to popular flavors. For example, here, what is your response to a relationship, an event, a socio-cultural, or message in the text? Clearly identify what you are reacting to and what makes you react to that as such. There are so many questions here that I really just want you to pick any one that you feel like you would best be able to answer using your novel. Let's look at the rubric so you understand what to include. Okay. Looks wordy. Let's just look at this first column here and the mastery column, how I really want you to, this is your goal. So the first one, your introduction. You have to identify the title, author, and genre of your text, and then write a 2 to 3 sentence summary. Pretty simple. What have you read so far? Just tell me about it. Then your premise and your claim. A claim is written that clearly answers the prompt and directly follows the summary. So just like a thesis, like we did for argument writing. Answer your question. Evidence. A relevant quote from the text is included in the response using quotation marks and citations. So definitely use at least one piece of evidence. Justification. What does that mean? That's just a fancy word for explaining. At least 2 sentences analyzing the quote and provide a thorough explanation of how it supports the answer to the prompt. Just like the E in race. Explain why you chose that evidence and why does that answer your question. Academic vocabulary. At least 3 academic vocabulary words are used correctly and woven seamlessly into the response. Highlight or underline those words. So I said 2 or 3 is okay. You can still get mastery. Professional appearance. All paragraphs are indented. Titles are correctly written, so titles should be underlined. Less than 2 errors in spelling, punctuation, and grammar, and you include the prompt. And then we have an extra. Journal response answers all parts of the prompt thoroughly and with thought-provoking connections. So overall, did you write a solid reading response? and that's how it will be graded. So keep that in mind when you're answering the questions. There's so many questions here. Pick the one that you think you can answer the best. Focus just on one menu. On this doc, there are two, but I will try to separate it. If not, just look at one. Otherwise, it becomes too overwhelming. Any questions? Just let me know. Good luck.